Okay, we are at the crunch end of the expedition, and it all revolves, as you've heard me say before, the big citizen science survey. Now, for James and I's part, we are going to a remote area in southwest Tasmania near Melaleuca, and to get there, we're going to need some help from the specialists.
G'day, my name's Reg. My wife and I, Jenny, we run Roaring Forties kayaking. We head on down to southwest Tassie into the World Heritage Area, take heaps of folks down there every summer, and at the moment we're just getting ready to get a bit of gear and stuff ready for Andrew so he can go down with his expedition with James. Hey, paddling down in the southwest, it's a tough, hard environment. It's uninhabited, it's a remote area, so having the right gear, it's all about staying safe and staying warm down there. First up, hey, Andrew's going to need a map so he knows where he's going. So we'll pop that in the bag. Next off, pogies. Keep those little hands warm as you're paddling around. We've got a bag that's going to go on the kayak. That's for all these little bits and pieces, sunscreen, hat.
Don't know about sunscreen, Reg. Don't know if I need sunscreen.
And we've got a spray skirt. This goes on around your tummy, spreads out across the kayak there, and that keeps all the water on the outside and you warm and dry on the inside. Awesome.
Righto, Reggie. Normally I'd ask for a Wedgie story, but being a water person, I want to hear about a sea eagle story. What have you got for us?
Well, Andrew, I've got this amazing sort of little happening that we had down there in the southwest where I was paddling with one of our guests. They were in the front seat. We were just out in the Southern Ocean there, cruising around these break sea islands, and we were watching these seagulls soaring backwards and forwards, and believe it or not, one of the flight feathers came loose. And I'm looking at it, looking at that timing, and I'm thinking, if I just paddle slowly, I reckon that flight feather will land right next to us. Did about half a dozen strokes, landed on the water, and the guest picked it up out of the water, turned around to me and went, "That's amazing." So basically, once you land down there at Melaleuca, Andrew, you'll need to load all your gear up into the wheelbarrows, and you want to head northwest along the boardwalk next to the airstrip there, and you'll end up just down there on Melaleuca Creek, where you'll find the kayaks up on their storage racks. Take them on down, load them up, and head on out.
Thanks, Reggie and Roaring Forties, for giving us the gear. It means we've got half a chance now of a successful Wedgie survey in a very remote corner of Tasmania. Looking forward to that later in the week. But to finish today, a few words from one of Tasmania's top eagle experts, Jason Wiersma. He's been studying them and learning about them since he was a teenager, and he still is now. So Jason's going to talk to us about why we need to be very careful around breeding season and stay away from wedgie nests. It is very important.
Hi, I'm Jason Wiersma, and I've been working with birds of prey since I was 15, so over 30 years, and this is my son Riley.
To reduce impacts on eagles, what can we all think about as a way that we actually could have an impact on eagles that you've come across in your work?
Most of the problem is associated with people just going too close to eagles, so whether or not it's forestry or we go for a bushwalk or we are farming, knowing where a nest is and going too close is the worst possible thing we can do. If we get too close, the birds will want to move away. They don't want to be seen. They like to stay concealed. So they may hunker down, sit really tight in a nest, but if you get too close, they'll want to flee. It's that sort of normal prey and predator-prey relationship. They want to run away, and that'll leave the developing egg or the chick alone. In one particular case, one person went to have a look at a nest site, and they made the bird leave the nest, and a forest raven came in, smashed the egg and took the chick out and flew off with it.
Bad for the eagle.
Very bad.
Righto, Jason, we're testing our luck here with keeping Riley happy. what, to finish off, is a wedge-tailed eagle story that you can share with us?
I've been very spoiled in working with eagles. I've had many opportunities, but one of my favourite ones is when I was hang gliding. I spent 12 years hang gliding part-time on weekends, and on one particular day when I was flying on a ridge, I got to fly with an eagle for over 2 hours. I would turn and I'd follow the eagle, and the eagle would follow me. And in the end, I found a nice piece of lift, a rising hot air column, which is called a thermal, and I climbed out to several thousand feet, and the bird followed me all the way out. Why, Wedgie, why? With me, Jason Wiersma. Why? Why do eagle chicks grow as big as they can before they leave the nest?